Believe in yourself. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this powerful message of self-belief, inner strength, and unstoppable confidence. Today, I want to speak directly to your heart and remind you of something truly life-changing. You are capable of far more than you realize, and the power to transform your life begins with one simple decision: believing in yourself. Believing in yourself is not just a motivational phrase, not just a sentence you hear in inspirational speeches or see written under pictures on social media. It is the foundation of every great achievement, the starting point of every transformation, and the invisible force behind every person who has ever created something extraordinary. Before every success story, before every accomplishment, before every breakthrough, there was a person who simply said, "Yes, I can." But let's be honest, believing in yourself isn't always easy. Life throws challenges at you. People doubt you. You make mistakes. You fail. You face situations that shake your confidence, moments that make you question your worth, and days when you wonder whether you'll ever reach your goals. This is the reality of being human. But here's the truth. Self-belief is not something you are born with. It is something you build. Like a muscle, it grows stronger every time you choose to trust yourself. Even when things are tough, even when others don't see your value, and even when the path ahead looks uncertain. You have to understand something extremely important. The world will treat you the way you treat yourself. If you walk with confidence, the world respects you. If you speak with certainty, people listen. If you show belief in your dreams, others begin to believe with you. But if you constantly doubt yourself, if you think small, if you convince yourself that you're not enough, then life will give you exactly what you expect, nothing more. Believing in yourself is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is not pretending to be perfect. Self-belief is recognizing your worth, knowing your abilities, and understanding that your dreams are not random. They are signals of your potential. They exist because you have the ability to make them real. Think about the greatest achievers in history: scientists, artists, leaders, athletes, entrepreneurs. They all began the same way you did, as ordinary people. None of them started with perfect skills or unlimited resources. But what made them stand out was their refusal to doubt themselves. When others said impossible, they said, "I will try." When others gave up, they continued. When they failed, they got back up. And slowly, step by step, belief turned into progress. Progress turned into success. And success turned into greatness. Self-belief is the fire inside you that refuses to die, no matter how many storms life throws at you. It is that voice whispering inside your heart, "You were meant for more." And even if that voice becomes small, even if life tries to silence it, it never disappears. It is always there, waiting for you to trust it again. Maybe you grew up hearing criticism. Maybe you were surrounded by people who didn't support you. Maybe you experienced failure that damaged your confidence. Or maybe you compare yourself to others and feel like you're behind. But let me tell you something. Your past does not get to decide your future. Your circumstances do not define your value. And the opinions of others do not determine what you can achieve. The most powerful thing you can ever do is shift your mindset from "I can't" to "I can," from "I'm not good enough" to "I am capable," from "I'm afraid to fail" to "I will learn and grow." Believing in yourself opens doors that fear tries to close. Believing in yourself gives you the courage to take the first step. Believing in yourself builds resilience when life tests you. Believing in yourself allows you to rise, to dream, and to create a future you're proud of. But here's the secret: belief grows with action. Waiting until you feel confident is a trap. Confidence comes after you take action, not before. You become strong by doing the things that scare you. You become capable by trying. You become confident by moving forward, even when you don't feel ready. Every single time you take a step, big or small, you send a message to your mind: "I can do this. I am improving. I am becoming who I want to be." And slowly, belief becomes your natural state. Don't underestimate the power of small victories. Waking up early, studying consistently, practicing your skills, setting goals, showing discipline. These tiny habits build self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of self-belief. When you keep your promises to yourself, your confidence grows. When you prove to yourself that you can rely on your own effort, you become unshakable. Remember this: nobody in this world knows your potential better than you do. Nobody feels your dreams the way you do. Nobody sees your vision the way you see it. That's why believing in yourself is your responsibility. No one else can do it for you. You will face people who doubt you, but that's okay. You will face critics, but that's normal. You will face moments of failure, but that's part of the journey. What matters is that you do not doubt yourself. What matters is that you continue when others stop. What matters is that you don't let insecurity control your destiny. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't need validation to become great. You don't need approval to rise. Everything you need is already inside you. Your mind, your heart, your determination, your willpower, your courage. These are your tools, and when you believe in yourself, these tools become powerful. Success does not come from perfection, it comes from persistence. Confidence does not come from knowing everything. It comes from trusting yourself enough to learn. Greatness does not come from luck. It comes from believing that you are capable of achieving it. And here's something life-changing. The moment you truly believe in yourself, everything around you begins to change. Opportunities appear. People respect you. Doors open. Your energy becomes magnetic. You attract success, progress, growth, and positivity. You walk differently, speak differently, think differently, and the world responds to that energy. Self-belief is not magic, but it creates results that feel magical. When you decide to believe in yourself, you activate one of the greatest forces inside you, the force of self-trust. This trust becomes the foundation for every step you take. It becomes the compass that guides you when the path is unclear. It becomes the voice that tells you, I may not be there yet, but I'm on my way. This inner connection is what separates those who give up from those who rise and conquer. Because once you trust yourself, you stop letting fear make decisions for you. Fear will always be there. It whispers in your ear. What if you fail? What if people laugh? What if you're not good enough? What if things go wrong? But here is the truth that only the courageous discover. Fear is loudest right before a breakthrough. It becomes stronger when you are close to growing, close to changing, close to stepping into a new chapter of your life. And the only way to defeat fear is not by eliminating it, but by acting despite it. Self-belief gives you the courage to take action even when fear tries to hold you back. You don't have to be fearless to succeed. You just have to be brave enough to take the next step. Every dream that has ever been achieved existed first in someone's imagination. Someone believed in an idea that seemed impossible. Someone trusted their ability before the world saw their value. They believed before others believed. And that early belief is what made the impossible possible. But when you lack self-belief, you become trapped inside a mental cage. You stop yourself before anyone else can. You say no to opportunities because you think you're not ready. You hold back from trying because you're afraid of failing. You underestimate your abilities because you focus on your weaknesses instead of your strengths. And little by little, you convince yourself that greatness is meant for others, not for you. But that's a lie your mind creates out of fear. The truth is, you have everything you need to become the best version of yourself. You are capable, worthy, intelligent, strong, and full of potential. But potential means nothing if you don't believe in it. Believing in yourself is the key that unlocks everything else. Think about your goals for a moment. Think about the life you want. Think about the dreams you carry in your heart. Now imagine who you would become if you simply trusted yourself completely for just 1 year. Imagine the confidence you would build. Imagine the progress you would make. Imagine the opportunities that would come your way. Imagine how different your life would be if you replaced doubt with determination. You cannot build a strong future with a weak mindset. Self-belief strengthens your mindset. It fuels discipline. It builds resilience. It gives you the courage to take risks that lead to growth. And here's something important. Believing in yourself is not just about confidence. It's also about responsibility. When you believe in yourself, you take responsibility for your dreams. You stop waiting for someone to save you. You stop expecting life to magically change. Instead, you step forward and say, I am in control. I am capable. I am enough. Responsibility turns dreams into plans and plans into reality. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start. They want perfect conditions, perfect skills, perfect timing. But perfection is just another form of fear disguised as preparation. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you will wait forever. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And as you move forward, your belief will grow stronger. One of the hardest parts of believing in yourself is letting go of the negative voices around you. There will always be people who doubt you. There will always be those who cannot see your potential, simply because they cannot see their own. Their insecurities make them judge your dreams. Their fears make them discourage you. Their limitations make them underestimate you. But remember, people's opinions are not your reality. Their doubt is not your destiny. Their criticisms do not define your worth. When someone tells you, you can't, what they actually mean is, I couldn't. When someone says, it's impossible, they're revealing the limits of their own thinking, not yours. When someone laughs at your dreams, it's because they've given up on theirs. Your journey is not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. You don't need to explain your dreams to anyone. You don't need to convince everyone to support you. You don't need approval. Your belief in yourself is enough to get you started, and once you start, the right people will come into your life. People who lift you higher. People who encourage your growth. People who inspire you to become better. Surrounding yourself with positive energy is extremely important. When you are around people who believe in themselves, your belief grows stronger. When you are around people who chase their goals, you feel inspired to chase yours. But when you are around negative people, your confidence drains, your motivation weakens, and your self-belief fades. Protect your mind from negativity. Protect your dreams. Protect your confidence. You don't have to cut people off completely, but you do need to prioritize your peace, your growth, and your potential. Self-belief also requires patience. You cannot develop confidence overnight. You cannot achieve your dreams instantly. You cannot expect everything to go perfectly. Growth takes time. Success takes time. Confidence takes time. But every step you take, every lesson you learn, every challenge you overcome builds you into a stronger person. If you fail, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means you're learning. If you make mistakes, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're growing. If you feel scared, it doesn't mean you're incapable. It means you're about to expand beyond your comfort zone. Every successful person you admire failed many times. They made mistakes. They felt insecure. They questioned themselves. But the difference is, they didn't stop. They didn't give up. They kept going, and their self-belief grew with every challenge. You must remind yourself, confidence is built, not given. And you are in the process of building yourself into someone powerful. When you believe in yourself, you take control of your story. You begin to write your own chapters. Instead of letting other people write them for you, you stop living based on fear and start living based on purpose. You stop surviving and start thriving. And the beautiful thing is, once you truly believe in yourself, no one can take that away from you. That belief becomes your armor, your protection, your foundation, your fuel. It becomes the thing that carries you through difficult times and pushes you forward even when the path is challenging. Believing in yourself is more than just having confidence in your abilities. It is a deep inner commitment to becoming the best version of who you are meant to be. It is a promise you make to yourself that no matter how difficult things get, you will continue to move forward. It is a mindset that transforms obstacles into lessons, failures into growth, and challenges into opportunities. One of the most important things to understand is that self-belief creates momentum. When you take one positive step, even a small one, it fuels the next step. And each step builds your confidence. This is why so many people remain stuck. Not because they lack talent or potential, but because they never take the first step. They spend so much time waiting for confidence instead of creating it through action. You must give yourself permission to begin, even imperfectly. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to start. When you begin, your belief grows naturally. There is an energy that comes from movement, and that energy becomes the foundation of your self-belief. But believing in yourself also requires self-respect. You must stop treating yourself as if you are powerless. Many people weaken themselves with negative self-talk. They constantly repeat phrases in their mind like, I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. I always mess up. I'm not good enough. Or I'll never succeed. These thoughts may seem small, but they shape your entire identity. What you tell yourself every day becomes what you believe. And what you believe becomes how you act. And how you act becomes your life. You cannot build a strong, confident, successful version of yourself using words that tear you down. You cannot grow while constantly attacking your own worth. You cannot believe in yourself while speaking like your own enemy. You must learn to become your own supporter, your own encourager, your own guide. You don't have to pretend everything is perfect, but you must speak to yourself with kindness and strength. Replace "I can't" with "I will learn." Replace "I'm not enough" with "I'm improving every day." Replace "I failed" with "I'm growing." These small changes shift your mindset from weakness to possibility. And the truth is, when you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable because you stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to shine. You understand that your dreams belong to you, not to those who doubt you. You recognize that your future is created by your choices, not by your fears. You realize that your journey is unique, and comparing yourself to others only takes away your power. Comparison destroys confidence. When you focus on what others have, you forget what you have. When you measure your life based on someone else's success, you lose sight of your own progress. When you compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, you convince yourself that you're behind, even when you're exactly where you need to be. Believing in yourself means trusting your timing, your journey, your growth. It means understanding that you don't need to rush. You don't need to compete. You don't need to be like anyone else. You are building something greater, your own personal path to success. Your life is not a race. It is a journey. And the only person you should compete with is the version of yourself from yesterday. Self-belief also requires resilience. There will be days when nothing goes right. Days when you feel unmotivated. Days when you are overwhelmed. Days when your dreams feel far away. And it is on those days that your belief matters the most. Anyone can believe in themselves when things are easy, but true self-belief is measured in difficult moments. When you continue to move forward even when you feel discouraged, that is strength. When you push through challenges instead of quitting, that is power. When you stay committed to your goals even when progress is slow, that is greatness. Your ability to rise after every fall is what defines you, not the fall itself. Failure does not destroy you. Giving up does. Mistakes do not stop you. Doubt does. Obstacles do not defeat you. The belief that you cannot overcome them does. Once you understand this, you begin to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. Every challenge you overcome expands your belief. Every challenge you face makes you more confident. Every challenge you conquer becomes proof that you are stronger than you thought. Think about a time in your life when you overcame something difficult. You might not have noticed it then, but something important happened in that moment. Your belief in yourself grew. You realized that you could survive hard things, and that knowledge stayed with you. Life has already tested you many times, and yet you are still here, still standing, still moving forward. That is strength. That is resilience. That is proof that you have the power to rise above anything. Another part of believing in yourself is understanding your strengths. Many people focus so much on their weaknesses that they forget to acknowledge what they're good at. You have unique abilities that no one else has. You have talents, ideas, skills, experiences, and perspectives that make you powerful in your own way. But if you never appreciate your strengths, you will never feel confident using them. Take time to reflect on what you're good at. Think about your achievements, your progress, your qualities. Celebrate your strengths. Appreciate your improvements. Recognize your growth. When you value yourself, your belief becomes unshakable. You must also learn to set boundaries. Believing in yourself means protecting your mental space from negativity and doubt. It means saying no to things that drain your energy. It means removing yourself from toxic situations. It means limiting the influence of people who constantly criticize or discourage you. You cannot believe in yourself while surrounding yourself with voices that constantly tell you that you're not enough. Your environment matters. The people around you matter. The things you consume matter. Everything that enters your mind either strengthens your belief or weakens it. Choose wisely. Choose positivity. Choose growth. Choose people who see your potential, not your limitations. And finally, believing in yourself means taking bold action. Dreams without action remain dreams. Vision without effort remains imagination. Self-belief becomes truly powerful only when you use it to take steps forward. You cannot think your way into confidence. You must act your way into confidence. Do the things you're afraid of. Take the risks that move you forward. Say yes to opportunities that scare you. Push beyond your comfort zone. Because beyond your comfort zone is where your true potential lives. When you take action, even if you're scared, Even if you're unsure, you begin to transform into the person you want to be. You build evidence that you can handle challenges. You create momentum. You start shaping your life into something meaningful, something powerful, something inspiring. Believing in yourself is the foundation of every meaningful achievement, but it is also a lifelong practice. You don't just wake up one day and suddenly have perfect confidence. You build it, shape it, and strengthen it day by day. And in this journey, one of the most important things you must understand is that your doubts do not define you. Every person, no matter how successful, no matter how talented, no matter how confident they appear, has moments of doubt. They question themselves. They fear making mistakes. They overthink their decisions. They experience insecurity. But what separates those who rise from those who stay stuck is not the absence of doubt. It's their willingness to move forward despite doubt. Doubt only has power when you listen to it, when you ignore it, when you refuse to let it control your choices. When you take action even while feeling uncertain, you weaken its hold over your life. Each time you rise above your doubt, you strengthen your self-belief. This is why discipline is deeply connected to self-belief. When you discipline yourself to act, even on the days you feel unmotivated, you prove to yourself that your dreams matter more than your excuses. Discipline tells your mind, we're doing this because it's important. And the more you act with discipline, the more confident you become. Think about the people you admire, whether they are athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, or leaders. They didn't achieve greatness simply because they believed in themselves. They achieved it because their belief inspired disciplined action, and that disciplined action created results. You cannot separate belief from effort. They work together. Believing in yourself means showing up for yourself every single day. It means choosing progress over perfection. It means choosing consistency over comfort. It means choosing your goals over your excuses. One of the biggest illusions people have is thinking that confidence comes first. They think they need to feel ready before they start something new. But the truth is, confidence is created by doing things you are not ready for. Confidence is born from experience, challenge, and growth. You earn it through action, not waiting. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you send a message to your subconscious mind. I am capable. I am improving. I can handle this. I trust myself. And that message shapes your identity. Your identity is powerful. If you believe you are strong, you act strong. If you believe you are smart, you act smart. If you believe you are capable, you take on challenges with courage. But if you believe you are weak, or incapable, or not enough, you will remain stuck, even if you have the potential to soar. This is why self-belief is not optional if you want to succeed. It is the foundation of how you see yourself, how you act, how you respond to life, and how far you go when you shift your identity toward strength, confidence, and resilience. Your entire life begins to change. Another crucial part of believing in yourself is embracing the journey of growth. Growth is not linear. You will have good days and bad days. Days when you feel strong and days when you feel weak. Days when you feel proud and days when you feel discouraged. This is normal. This is human. But no matter how you feel on any given day, your commitment to growth must stay firm. Growth requires patience. You cannot rush the process, and you cannot skip steps. You must trust your journey even when progress feels slow. Sometimes you are growing in ways you cannot see. Sometimes the breakthroughs come after long periods of steady effort. Sometimes the seeds you plant take time to bloom. But when they do, the results are beautiful. Imagine a seed planted underground. For a long time, nothing seems to happen. There is no visible growth. But beneath the soil, roots are forming, strengthening, and preparing to break through. Then one day, the plant appears and grows stronger every day. Your growth is the same, invisible at times, but always happening. Self-belief gives you the patience to trust this invisible process. It also gives you resilience during challenges. Every challenge presents a choice. You can see it as a setback, or you can see it as a lesson. You can see it as a defeat, or you can see it as an opportunity to rise. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. When you believe in yourself, challenges become your teachers. They give you strength, wisdom, experience, and determination. They shape you into someone who doesn't quit easily. And the more challenges you overcome, the more confident you become. Another powerful aspect of believing in yourself is learning to celebrate your achievements, big and small. Many people never feel confident because they never allow themselves to feel proud. They accomplish something, but instantly move on to the next goal without acknowledging their effort. This creates a mindset where nothing feels like enough. But when you take a moment to recognize your progress, you strengthen your belief. You remind yourself that you are capable of achieving things. You give yourself credit for your hard work. Celebrating progress is not arrogance, it is fuel. It gives you motivation, clarity, and positivity. You must also remember that believing in yourself is not about being perfect. Perfection is an illusion that destroys confidence. When you chase perfection, you will always feel behind. You will always feel inadequate. You will always feel like you're not doing enough. Perfection is a trap, but self-belief frees you from it. Believing in yourself means accepting your imperfections. It means understanding that you don't need to be flawless to be worthy. You don't need to have all the answers to be capable. You don't need to have everything figured out to move forward. Real confidence comes from embracing who you are, strengths, weaknesses, flaws, and all. Your imperfections make you human. Your effort makes you powerful. Lastly, believing in yourself transforms not only how you see yourself, but also how you see the world. When you trust yourself, you begin to take bigger risks. You begin to dream bigger dreams. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to build a future based on your potential, not your fears. Your mindset shifts from why me to why not me. From I'm not ready to I will start now. From I hope I can to I will make it happen. From maybe someday to today is the day. This shift is one of the most powerful changes you can experience. It turns you from a passive observer of life into an active creator of your destiny. Believing in yourself is not a one-time decision. It is a lifelong commitment to your growth, your purpose, and your potential. It is a daily practice of reminding yourself who you are, what you're capable of, and why your dreams matter. And perhaps the most beautiful part of this journey is understanding that you are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to become someone stronger, wiser, more confident, and more capable than you ever imagined. Self-belief gives you the freedom to reinvent yourself. You do not have to remain who you were yesterday. You do not have to stay limited by your past mistakes. You do not have to hold on to old identities just because they are familiar. You can change. You can grow. You can rise. You can build a new version of yourself, one that is powerful, confident, and full of purpose. And the moment you realize that you are not stuck, that you are not fixed, that you are not limited, everything begins to open up. Your possibilities expand. Your courage strengthens. Your vision becomes clearer. You start believing not only in what you can do, but also in who you can become. But to reach that level, you must be willing to let go of the beliefs that hold you back. Often, the biggest enemy of self-belief is not the outside world, it's the negative story you tell yourself. Stories like, I'm not good enough. I always fail. I don't deserve success. I'm not capable like others. I'll never make it. These stories are lies your fear has repeated so many times that you started believing them, but they are not your truth. Your truth is written in your effort, your resilience, your potential, and your willingness to grow. To believe in yourself, you must rewrite your story. Replace I'm not good enough with I'm improving every day. Replace I always fail with failure teaches me what I need to know. Replace I don't deserve success with I'm worthy of my dreams. Replace I'll never make it with I will create my path. This is how you reclaim your power. Believing in yourself also means trusting your intuition. Inside you, there is a deep wisdom, a voice that knows what you truly want, what feels right, and what direction your life is meant to take. But many people silence this voice because they fear judgment, fear change, fear uncertainty. They choose comfort over calling. They choose safety over growth. They choose the familiar over the possible. When you believe in yourself, you give that inner voice the respect it deserves. You listen to your heart. You follow your path. You stop living based on the expectations of others and start living based on your own vision. People may not understand your journey, and that's okay. Your journey is not theirs to understand. It is yours to walk, yours to shape, yours to live. The right people will support you. The wrong people will fade away. Your job is not to convince everyone. It is to believe in yourself enough that you no longer need their approval. Self-belief also teaches you to handle failure with grace. Failure is not a sign that you are unworthy. It is not a message telling you to give up. It is not a final chapter. Failure is information. It tells you what works and what doesn't. It guides you toward better decisions. It strengthens your character. It builds your wisdom. Every successful person has failed, not once, but many times. The only difference is that they didn't stop. They kept improving, adjusting, learning, trying again. That is the power of self-belief. It keeps you moving even when things don't go your way. There will be times when people doubt you, times when circumstances seem impossible, times when progress feels slow, times when you question your path. These moments are tests, not endpoints. They challenge you to rise above your fears and trust your inner strength. And this is when you must remember, you have survived every challenge in your life so far. You have overcome everything that once seemed impossible. You have grown through pain, through struggle, through uncertainty. You did not break, you evolved. And that is proof of your strength.